I just completed my first ever Pokemon Blue Nuzlocke, and, well, here's how it went. By now, I'm sure you all know the rules. Only one catch per route, you've got to nickname all of your Pokemon, and if they die, they're gone. Forever. Okay, let's go. After waking up in our little attic bedroom, I rushed downstairs and straight outside to the first patch of grass I could find. But before I could get even 2 steps in, Old Man Oak shows up to ruin all of my fun. He insists that we come back to his lab first to meet our rival and pick out our starter Pokemon, so I caved and went along. It's a tough choice, and I'm not ashamed to say that I sat here for about 5 minutes struggling to decide. But after finally picking out Goober, our new best friend for life, our rival Bloople challenges us to a fight to the death. I don't think he's too happy about getting Bulbasaur though, because he just spammed Growl the whole time, throwing away the poor thing's precious life. But hey, a victory is a victory, and in a Nuzlocke, I'll take whatever I can get. Now, before our journey could really begin, Professor Oak had us go fetch his order of the latest and greatest Pokedex from the next town over, Viridian City. I figured though, while we're here, why not go catch our first wild Pokemon? There's a route here off to the side that has some way more interesting encounters, so I beelined for that tall grass and crossed my fingers. Hey, level 5 Spearow, that's not too bad. And seeing as that's the highest level you can find on this route, you aren't gonna hear me complaining. Spearow. I'll call you Canoe. Now, if you're familiar with Kanto, you'll know there's another rival battle right around the corner here. But let me tell you, I ain't that stupid. Tempting fate like that? This is a Nuzlocke, remember? And besides, Bloople looks a little deranged after losing that first fight. I'm not so sure he could take another loss. Upon reaching Viridian Forest, there was one Pokemon in particular I was on the hunt for. Now, I know Pikachu has become the mascot of the series, and so you can find them basically everywhere nowadays, but back in my day, these little guys were rare, with only a 5% spawn rate. And if I could just get my hands on one, he'd color match my team so well, and... Reaching Pewter City, we actually bumped into another wild Caterpie, but seeing as this little lady has 1 point higher in its special stat and didn't block my Pikachu encounter, alright, I guess you can come along. Now, I wasn't too concerned about our upcoming battle with Brock, seeing as we started with our good old water type Goober here, but that was before I realized I forgot to move Log to the back of the party. Now, I don't know if Geodude was feeling merciful or if we just got extremely lucky, but thankfully its attacks all miss, giving me just enough time to swap Goober back in. Don't you scare me like that. Your life is way too precious to go getting squashed this early on. Geodude goes down pretty immediately after to a bubble, and Brock follows up with Onix, who for some reason thought it'd be a good idea to use Bide and forfeit his next 2 turns, allowing us an easy victory without any further scares. Honestly, if this is the Nuzlocke experience, I think we're in for an easy run here, guys. With all that newfound gym money, we went and bought as many potions as we could carry. Look, Brock may have been easy, but it's still better to play it safe here, okay? Coming out of Pewter City, there's a ton of trainers right off the bat who want to challenge us. And seeing as we just had a close call with Log, I figured we should prioritize evolving her ASAP. After a few battles, she hits level 7, and soon enough, we have ourselves a Metapod. With Mount Moon just visible in the distance, this little lass walks up and challenges us to a fight. Hey, why not? Evolving you right up into a Butterfree would be pretty good actually, since there'll be no healing once we're inside of Mount Moon. I panicked and hot swapped out to Goober, who straight away gets put to sleep. This Jigglypuff is out for blood, man, I swear. Sleep, pound, potion. Sleep, pound, potion. It took 4 potions before Goober could get a solid hit in for me to get them out of there alive. But lesson learned, little girls are deadly. Take the Nuzlocke seriously. But hey, at least they both evolved. Before heading into Mount Moon, we stopped by the Poke Center outside for one final heal. Hey kid, you wanna buy a super rare, one-of-a-kind Pokemon? Oh, yeah, sure, I guess. So after parting with the last Pokédollar in my pocket, our new pal Drooplet joins the team. He might not look like much now, but trust me, he's gonna be a real investment later on. Now, I must admit, traveling through Mount Moon, I was a little nervous since it's a long way before we get to heal again, and Team Rocket is hiding behind every corner in here. Plus, I've slipped up a couple too many times so far. It's a goddamn miracle that we've had no casualties yet, to be perfectly honest. I did find a Paris that I was hyped to add to the team, but a certain someone got a little jealous and pouty at the size of our growing team and knocked it out with one blow. Reaching the end of the tunnel, our escape was blocked by this little weirdo guarding these two old fossils. He said something about the almighty helix and the dreaded dome, the great holy war between anarchy and democracy, blah blah blah. Look man, I'm just here to fight. I don't care about any of that crap. But hey, I'll take the free fossil. Which one should I? Something's telling me this is the one. Shortly after, we arrive at Cerulean City. The local gym leader doesn't seem to be home, so we head north to try finding her, but instead we bump right back into our rival Bluepool. I was pretty nervous about this fight since his Pidgeotto is kind of a powerhouse at level 18, and that poor Bulbasaur he's still lugging around actually has some grass attacks now. But miraculously, everything went kinda smoothly. Maybe it's this dome fossil we found. I don't know, man. It feels like a good luck charm or something. What do you guys think? Well, we made it to Nugget Bridge, and that's a lot of trainers ahead. But oh well, nothing we can't handle, right team? Our first challenger was this little youngster who caught me way off guard with a critical hit Hyper Fang. Another close one, but hey, we just shrugged those off by now. And just like that, our first death. Canoe, the first Pokemon we ever caught, gone in a matter of seconds. Log made short work of the remaining Nugget Bridge trainers, but it's safe to say team morale was at an all-time low. Everything was going so well. I don't even know what happened. But we have to keep going. For Canoe. Our next opponent was Youngster Dan with his one level 17 Slowpoke. Okay, Log, let's finish this one quick. Use Confusion. Oh crap! With Log out of the picture too, I was down to just Drooplet, my level 9 Magikarp, as well as my starter Goober, who kind of needed a potion pretty bad. Sorry Drooplet, but... Goober, I think this might be the end for us, little buddy. Well, that could have gone a bit better. If you want to see me attempt another Nuzlocke and actually win next time, then hit subscribe and tell me which game below you'd want to see me tackle next. And until next time, bye bye.